There's a young man that we met.
He lost his dad a few years earlier. His mum had been out of work for a period of time. And being in a TLT session, he had heard and encountered what it felt like to be loved and supported for the first time in a very long time.
I literally saw how the entire demeanor of this young man changed from the moment that he walked into the session versus when he walked out of it.
Growing up in society today has a load of stress.
Currently looking at how society looks at the South African youth, there seems to be no hope.
We have an opportunity in a learner's life to equip them both while they're at school for great lives in it and impactful lives outside of it.
And it's important for us to go into schools where we are able to really change the health of a seed, because that determines the fruit of the tree.
Life orientation has the potential to be the most impactful subject in a learner's schooling career.
It helps learners engage in cultural, spiritual, constitutional level dimensions that enables them to be responsible global citizens.
There's a lot of space within Allo to do something meaningful, powerful and impactful within the program.
So we formulated a program that looked at psychosocial skills, leadership skills, and life skills, really bringing the subject into life, as we've termed it, life back into life orientation, to give the power to the educator and the support to the learner to make the most of what we believe is the most important subject at school.
Tomorrow's Leaders in Training empowers young people with practical skills to navigate life's challenges, fostering a deep understanding of their identity and potential. In collaboration with the Department of Education and aligned with CAP's life orientation requirements for high school learners, we envision a prosperous South Africa led by nurtured, educated, and purpose-driven individuals.
You want every individual that embarks on the Allo journey to have a sense of their identity, to have a sense of value, and to know what their purpose is.
It's actually allowing the learners to become leaders, to be more independent. And when you look at the content, it's rich and they reinforce whatever that was taught in class and they make it better for the learners to understand it.
We provide extra resources and extra tools online on our Allo sites in which the teachers can actually access all of the necessary resources, facilitator guides, slideshows, extra videos, extra articles.
And we've seen the positive impacts of that already in educators' lives just because they have some support and some help.
It's not just the focus of the student, but we are looking at transforming families. We are looking at transforming the fabric of South Africa as a whole.
So we've been overhauling the curriculum for 5 years. And in 2023, we formed 3 strategic partnerships with 3 provincial departments of education, that being the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Education, the Gauteng Province Education Department, and the Western Cape Education Department as well. Across the 3 regions, we have access to 2,052 schools, of which we are piloting all of our content in 48 schools for 18 months. We don't want to be just a program that is ticking a box. We want to be impactful. And in order to measure our impact, we thought the best way to do it was start small, pilot in good settings across the socioeconomic spectrum, and then from that place, see that we are actually making a difference.
Through these partnerships, TLT has reached 37 schools in 2023. This initiative has impacted a total of 13,362 lives, including 7,288 grade 8 learners and 6,074 grade 9 learners. Additionally, we've worked closely with 155 educators and 14 government district staff members, solidifying our commitment to education.
We are so fortunate and privileged to have had the opportunity to come across incredibly passionate people. We are seeing and hearing the feedback across the board being one of overwhelming support, excitement, and also, importantly, being educated and nurtured.
I've seen students that were hopeless have newfound hope in their eyes.
The language that the learners used was different now. They were talking language of leadership.
Educators particularly have said to us that having curriculum that is aligned with where society is at the moment has been phenomenal because it's opened up a space for learners to feel like they're being met at the space they're at, which also then puts the educator in a position of being listened to.
I've seen in my workshops, principals are now attending the workshops. They are keen to know more about the life orientation curriculum.
Our audacious dream is that we would impact 25,000 schools, basically every school in South Africa in the next 5 to 7 years, so that the content and the heart and passion and vision behind TLT would be in the hands of every learner and the hands of every educator. That is our mandate. That is what we are passionate about, and that's what we are not just dreaming, but we are activating as well.
I'd like to thank TLT for coming on board. We are looking forward to 2024, a more successful year with the TLT.
We are so grateful to Department of Education for having open hearts and open minds, and for wanting to impact lives, not just through their words, but also through action. Because with people and organizations and entities coming together from private and public, we will see South Africa change, and having people within the system that are contending for that makes it so much more exciting for us to be involved with as well.